I'm going to take this for 2. You are going to go right there, little guy. You are a green iguana. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that. You look like a bearded dragon, but you're an iguana. You're bigger than that. You're 150 centimeters.
Hey, do your part. Refresh.
I'm sorry.
You're not alone on this show. Hey there, welcome to Board Game Barrister, our local game shop in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm Andy, and I'm here with Jess and Gordon, and today we're talking In the Footsteps of Darwin, a cool game where we get to play junior naturalists who are on the beagle with Darwin, studying animals and trying to fill out our journals. Let's get into it. Welcome to In the Footsteps of Darwin, where we're going to work on our own naturalist journals by filling them with observations of animals, making theories, and eventually publications. When we're ready to start, our first player is going to look at our little beagle ship token out here on the board, and they are going to look down the row of animal tokens that can currently see that ship token. So the row here of 3 animal tokens that our ship is facing are the ones that I have available to me this turn. So for instance, if we wanted the kiwi, what I'm going to do is take it off of the voyage board and add it to my own player journal board. Since it is an Australian bird, there is a spot on my board for Australian birds, so that's where I'm going to put it. And then I'm going to move the beagle. To do that, I'm going to count how many spaces away the tile I chose was from our ship. So this would have been 1, the kiwi was 2, and the blue peafowl was 3. The kiwi was 2, that's the one we chose, so we're going to move the ship 2 spots clockwise around the world. And finally, we're going to replenish that empty tile spot with the top one off of one of these stacks. That's the end of my turn. The next player is going to do exactly the same, except that now the beagle is facing this row of 3, so they still have access to the atlas moth, but there's also a termite and a raccoon now in play for them. And the basic format really is that simple. It's choose an animal, put it on your board, and then move the beagle, refresh, and you're ready to go. But there are a bunch of other things you're going to want to be considering while you're making your animal choices based on how they can score you points. One of the things you can do is form a theory. Now, a theory is one of these little ribbon-shaped tokens, each of which can score you bonus points at the end of the game. Every player at the table is actually going to start with a random one of these theories, and the one we've started with gives us an extra point for each Australian animal we have at the end of the game. How do you form a theory? All you got to do is stack a tile on top of another tile. So let's say I grab this Eastern Imperial Eagle here, which is an Asian bird. I've already got an Asian bird on my journal in the form of the Japanese crane here, so I'm going to add this eagle right on top of the crane, and anytime I stack a tile, I get to grab a theory from the side here. I can't think of a better fitting one than 1 point per bird, so I'm going to add that to my journal, and then I'm going to flip another theory to replenish. Publications live in these stacks here. They're little book-shaped tokens. Each of them is worth 5 points, and they have a little picture of an animal in them, but the idea is that you get a bonus 5 points for having created a publication, and it can matter for theories sometimes. To earn one of these publication tiles, all you have to do is complete a row or column of animals. So if we grab this great white pelican, an American bird, that fills out our row of birds, also great for that theory we already took. That gives us a publication. So we're just going to grab the top tile off of one of these. They all do the same thing, so it's only flavor that there's different animals on them, and we're going to add that to our little section on our journal here. We're going to keep playing the game, selecting 1 tile at a time, replenishing the board, grabbing theories, making publications, until everybody's got 12 tiles in their journal total. 12 is that magic number. Whenever that happens, the game ends, and we're going to score it up. Alright, so none of us had played the game before. We all sat down to it fresh today, and it was shocking how straightforward it was. Like, just you get to interact with all the pleasant parts of the game without having to worry about any clunky mechanics or anything that's going to slow you down. It says 30 minutes on the box. That feels about right. It took us 40 minutes this first time, but that was it.
And the rule book was really delightful. The first 2 pages are just history of Darwin. There's a whole appendix for all of the animals. It really captures the theme in the rule book really well, and the rules themselves are easy, and the rule book is laid out such that it's very easy to learn on your first play. I am a big fan of indirectly competitive games where you are doing your own thing and not messing with the other players, and here you've just got that right amount of your own control, a little bit of luck, and it's really great.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and then an alligator snapping turtle.
What?
His mouth
it's
is
a dinosaur.
I'm going to take the alligator snapping turtle. I've seen him, I liked him, so I'm going to bring him back. Go forward.
How did you get that?
1. I mean, I've always really liked set collection games. I've noticed just in general, especially in nature games or nature-themed games that have been coming out in the past couple of years, you see a lot of flavor in them where here is an animal, but we're also going to give you their scientific name, we're going to give you some details about them, in this case, where they live. I felt like I was having fun exploring different parts of the world, seeing all the animals that there were to see, and then making sure that people didn't take my termite.
Yeah. You do form special attachment with the one that really fits into your puzzle just perfectly. Like, I didn't know that wombats would be the thing that really sealed it all for me, but as soon as that wombat showed up, I was thrilled. Like, it was great. And bird off the top.
We've got a wombat.
Actually, that's huge for me.
That is huge
It's
for
really
you.
huge for me. That's a
immediate.
10-point wombat. I will not be questioning my decisions.
I liked it. It was nice and light. There's not a lot of rules. It's the refreshing little just set collection. Collect what you like. You don't have to follow by the point rules if you don't want to. Honestly, just make the journal of your dreams. Collect all the cute creatures. I might do that for one of my strategies the next time I play. Let's just collect anything that is exactly aesthetically pleasing journal. Yeah. Whether it's worth points or not, I could probably work around the theories if I really wanted to, but I could also just spread it out the way I wanted to.
But I bet you that you would still score pretty well.
Yes.
You know, if you are coming to this game as a gamer, where you play, Wingspan, 5 times before lunch, fine, this is going to be easy for you to learn, no problems. But if you aren't a gamer, this is totally accessible. You're going to have a really nice, appealing blend of, I don't know, there's 3 or 4 different, game mechanic ideas going in here. None of them are hard. All together, they play together really nicely. It's an amazing experience. And wherever you sit on your game knowledge spectrum, this is going to be good for you.
All right, that does it for In the Footsteps of Darwin. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a fantastic time with this one. We really hope you had fun watching. As always, hit that like button, leave a comment if you got one, subscribe if you want to see our new videos every week, and check out our online store where you will find In the Footsteps of Darwin, as well as a bunch of other cool stuff. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Take a breath at least.
Nope.